Hello all sentient beings and welcome to the TransMissions podcast, where we talk all Hasbro, Takara, and third-party Transformers! On this episode of TransMissions, we check out new packaging images for Transformers Earthrise Scorponok. Action Toys has a new Megatron on the way, and we have some new Transformers Masterpiece movie figures coming. Today is June 3rd, 2020, and this is episode 384 of TransMissions.
Welcome to TransMissions, the podcast that now more than ever needs Optimus Prime to remind us that freedom is the right of all sentient beings. I'm your host Charles, aka Big C, and I'm joined by the excellent TransMissions team. Jeremy, aka Yakko.
Hey, how's it going?
And Daryl, the Cybertronian Beast.
Hello. Let's talk Transformers for a bit, shall we?
And nothing else. We're here to take your cares away for maybe an hour or so, but yeah, we're gonna have some fun, talk about Transformers like we always do every week. And as always, we start the show off by thanking our Donatreons, those beautiful people who give us money on Patreon and PayPal, who help us keep the show going. We really appreciate your support. And if you would like to become one of those Donatreons, just go to transmissionspodcast.com/support. And you can sign up there on Patreon or PayPal. You can also support the show by buying some merchandise from our TeePublic store. That is at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. You can also check out K-Girl's store at tpublic.com/user/superstark. We've got shirt designs, we've got masks, we've got lots of other merchandise, and, good stuff to show your Transmissions pride whenever you get the chance. And maybe you can wear it to a convention next year in 2021 at some point. Probably not this year, but we'll see. We'll hold out hope, but it's not looking so good these days. We've also got the uncut version of Empire of Rust episode 24. That is exclusive to our Donatrons. Just another perk of being a Donatron. That's published on Monday this week, so should already be out in your Patreon feeds. And if you're on PayPal or cash donations, we've got the link in the Discord Donatreon chat, so you can find it there. So yeah, you can enjoy Mike and the gang and all the stuff that was cut out of last week's episode 24. Ship of Fools. All right, so let's get into all the toys we got this week.
All right, and first up this week, I've got a re-release, or a special re-release. It's from Perfect Effect, and it's their DX-11 Honor Warrior, and their DX-11B Dark Warrior. This is the Optimus Prime figure that came with their Jet Power Revive Commander. That's the Optimus Prime with the trailer, that the trailer broke apart and became like the jet pack guy thing that, looked like Jetfire from the third live action movie. No, second. What one did he do it? Second, yeah, the second one. So yeah. And basically they're re-releasing this guy without the trailer, but a new sword. This is the sword that came with their Perfect Effect Leonidas figure. So, it's if I remember correctly, this is the figure that was remolded off of their add-on kit figure, the one that went in with the Power Master Optimus Prime figure. So this is a really cool Optimus Prime figure, and just by looking at some of the pictures, you can tell that it's really, really articulated. It's got some really awesome paint apps on it. The sword is like bonkers big, so if that's your thing, then well done, you've got a really crazy looking sword. But yeah, like I said, it comes in 2 colors. So you got this Dark Warrior one as well. And that's Nemesis Prime colors, as you do with Optimus Primes. So, and it also comes with an insane looking sword. But yeah, so Jeremy, I know that you are a really big fan of Nemesis Prime. What do you think of this this re-release and the repaint?
I think it looks really good. I think if I were to get a third-party Optimus Prime right now, I would look at this because it just, I don't know, it looks so good. And the Nemesis Prime, I like the colors, like the teals and stuff. The only issue I really have is the paint, where like the regular one has silver under the windows, kind of like on his midsection. It just, I don't know, it looks a little weird. I mean, I guess it's more okay on the Optimus one than the Nemesis one. I don't know. It looks like the boob windows are eyes and they have like eyeshadow or something. I don't know. It just looks weird. But I love the sword. You know, all the weapons, the little axe and stuff too. I think they look great.
Yep.
This just looks really, really good.
And Charles, I know that you are, really in the market for a third-party Optimus Prime figure with a bonkers sword. This seems to fit all your criteria. What's stopping you from picking it up?
I don't know.
You bought Unicron.
Oh, that, yes.
This does looks really cool. I do like the weapons. The axe and the sword are nice. I like how the sword can also turn into a laser axe too. And yeah, I mean, the articulation looks great. I agree with Jeremy though that the chest in robot mode does look a little weird with the little it just looks a little bit too chunky. I don't know why.
It's a fake chest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my only complaint, but other than that, this is a really cool figure. These images though, they look like noticeably photoshopped for their colors. I'm hopeful that the real colors look this good as, they do here.
They look a little saturated, don't they?
But yeah, the Nemesis Prime in particular, I think the colors look great on that.
The images do say that the product may differ from photos, so they're covering their bases there.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would go for the Nemesis Prime version of this figure, just to have a different Prime. Of course, the price is always the issue, so I wonder how much this is going to cost. But this is a really good figure, and I hope with the removal of the trailer would lessen the cost significantly.
I would assume so, yeah. As of right now, it doesn't have any pricing information, but it does, like I said, it is a bit of a remold to the previous incarnation of this of the add-on kit for that Power Master Optimus Prime. Mm-hmm. So I think if I can find an old add-on kit price, then I might be able to kind of ballpark it at least. See if I can find it here.
DJ Ronan's already got you covered in the chat.
DJ Ronan, you bastard. Yeah, okay. $59.99 according to DJ Ronan. The previously made add-on kit that I found is that I was going to ballpark it at was going to be $59.99 as well. So that's
not bad.
No, I think that's pretty good. And like I said, this is a really cool Optimus Prime. And you can, if you want to take a look and see what I was talking about, here is the add-on kit Optimus. And if you actually do look at the similarities, there's a lot of similarities to these two figures. Honestly, I think the new one that they're doing is a lot better, but this was meant to be an add-on kit, so you can definitely see the pieces there. But yeah, so $59.99 is a really good price for this thing. And yeah, I don't know if I'd buy one for myself, but I might be on the boat the same as you, Charles, where yeah, I've got a lot of Optimus Primes. I really don't have that big of a collection of Nemesis Primes, so I might be looking towards that Dark Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
But on to my second topic I do have is a really quick one. They released packaging images this week of what will be the box for Titan-class Scorponok. the box is going to be huge, and it's going to contain the big bad Scorponok figure that's just massive. But they show the box here, and we see that Scorponok is monstrous on the cover, and he's got Optimus Prime in his one hand, and the Ark is down at the bottom of the other corner. There's a couple other characters. Generally, these boxes, like Earthrise and Siege, have all kind of, displayed like kind of clues to upcoming characters and such. There are 2 other characters that are in like a doorway or whatnot on the right side of the box. I can't really make out who they are, but I'm sure once we get better pictures of this box, like up close, we'll figure out who they are. And I'm sure somebody will find other characters and whatnot on here. Is anybody else interested in getting Scorponok, or is it just me?
I'm probably gonna pass on Scorponok. I have not been collecting the Titan figures. Like I only have Devastator. I don't have any of the... Oh, I do have Trypticon because we got them for super cheap at Ollie's.
Right.
But I didn't get... I passed on Metroplex. I passed on Fort Max. I passed on Omega Supreme. So I'm gonna probably unless we get another deal at Ollie's, I'll probably pass on this.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to get them. I still haven't even opened up Trypticon.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's a good figure.
I know. I don't have the room right now. But talking about the box art, I'm also seeing on the side there's like this gun that's shooting at Scorponok's arm. I'm wondering if that will also be a character that's we don't know about yet.
Kind of looks like Megatron's arm, actually.
Why would he be shooting at Scorponok?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's interesting, and I like that you have like the Ark in there too.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good looking art.
I wonder who the artist is. They don't. It doesn't say, but yeah,
they
usually,
never do. Yeah.
No, yeah, but I mean, usually like on Twitter or something, sometimes the artist will, like Sarah Peter Tuochet in particular has done a lot of box art, and she's mentioned she's done some stuff.
Marcelo Mater has done a lot too.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll find out in the next little while, but yeah. But that's it for me this week. Jeremy, what do you have?
Ultimetal Series 3 Megatron. We had images of this over a year ago, last February, and still hasn't come out yet. It's expected for release the second quarter of 2021. I think that we went through the same kind of time frame for the Optimus Prime version. This is going to be 17 inches tall, or 43.18 centimeters for you, Daryl.
Thank you.
It's going to be $642.37 approximately. These, judging from the Optimus Prime one, this is the one where you can remove panels and stuff to kind of reveal the interior. As the name states, it is metal. I imagine it's going to be really heavy, but it looks fantastic. The pictures we have here have, like the fusion cannon, the front of it opens up, and I think that's a cool look. You get to see inside his legs, and it looks like his eyes light up, and also the fusion cannon has a purple light. That's really cool. But then you can take off all the paneling and stuff, and it doesn't seem to match what Transformers the movie showed me what he looks like on the inside. So I'm not entirely sure how accurate this is. But I think this looks great. It's obviously well out of my price range. But Daryl, you're the big toy guy. Are you going to be picking this up?
You know what? I was really interested until you told me that it doesn't match the 86 movie, and now I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. It's just, going from memory of a movie I've seen, a million times. But what do you think of this?
It's interesting. It's not something that I would generally get. It's a cool looking figure. I'll give it that. I've never really been interested in how the inner workings of the Transformer figures are. I've always been just curious as to how they transform. I'm never really thought of what kind of pistons and stuff are going on the inside and that kind of thing. That's never really crossed my mind. So it's a cool figure. It looks amazing, but it's not really the way I've always kind of wanted to mess around or have my figures look. If it was made of plastic and looked like that, and maybe even not just didn't transform, but just kind of was articulated like it obviously is, it would be cheaper, and I might be more interested in it just like that, right? Because the fact that it's metal makes it really expensive because it's heavy as hell. And
it's got the lights.
And the lights, right? So I don't know. The fact that everything comes apart and you can show off the insides is not really something that I kind of strive for with my figures.
Charles, you're the statue guy. Would this interest you?
I mean, mildly, but I mean, this is a Unicron.
Right. It literally is.
Yeah. I already paid for a Unicron, so I don't. There's not money in the budget for this guy.
But there's no metal in Unicron.
Yeah, there is.
He transforms.
Okay, I thought it was all planet.
That's in his feet.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, this is a cool idea. I think we talked about this with the Optimus Prime too. I mean, it's neat. It's fine, but it's way out of the price range of most collectors, at least for what it is. I wonder who this is marketed for. I mean, yeah, do we have that many rich collectors?
Well, I mean, we're going to be talking about another statue with your stuff. Statue markets are high end. I think that's where the fans with a lot of money, that missed out on Unicron, spend their money.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be neat if we got something like one of the model kits that in building the model, they add in little details like the pistons and stuff.
Right.
That'd just be a neat little thing. But I have one more thing. This is something Daryl and I might need to hop on and record something midweek. Hasbro China has announced that on June 1st, which is after we record this, before this comes out, 8 p.m. Chinese time, via the Tmall Transformers store, they're going to be announcing a new Masterpiece movie figure. The announcement mentions nothing else. It's mostly Chinese characters, but I'm sure the story would say if it said. But they do speculate this might be the Masterpiece movie Ratchet, but I mean, we'll have to see. By the time you hear this, you'll already know what it is. But Daryl, let's speculate and be wrong. What do you think it's going to be?
Well, first of all, I just checked to see what time it was right now in China, and it's almost 11 a.m. So this announcement will be in 9 hours. So we might even just wait and cut this all out and then just do it.
Maybe I picked a bad topic.
Probably. But I've heard a lot of people, and I've been seeing this when this news story popped up. I saw a lot of people talking about it, and the consensus seems to be that everyone wants a Masterpiece movie Ratchet. Mm-hmm. Personally, I could give a shit. I don't care what the next Masterpiece movie figure is. They've got a Starscream coming out. They just announced that. Where's the G1 love, man? I feel like a bit of a hypocrite asking for that, because we've had G1 stuff for years, and now there's been, movie stuff, Beast Wars stuff, movie stuff, Beast Wars stuff, one G1 thing, and then movie stuff, Beast Wars stuff, movie stuff, Beast Wars stuff, right? It seems like it's, their time, but I still want my time. Where's my time?
You get the third-party stuff, Daryl.
I still do get a lot of third-party stuff. Yeah, that's true. But Ratchet was a cool character, I guess. The good thing about Masterpiece movie characters, there's not many of them.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're going to be out soon. There's not going to be many to do. Oh, they'll have to start again. Who knows?
Then they do the improved version.
Yeah. Maybe it'll be Optimus 2.0.
Charles, what do you think? This is really odd to announce it in China. I'm wondering if it might be something from one of the later movies where they really place that emphasis on China. Oh,
that would be interesting. So, do we have a Masterpiece movie Grimlock yet?
No.
That could be. I mean, because that in Age of Extinction, that was the one that was set in China, and that was the debut of Grimlock and the Dinobots.
He did resemble it was like a T-Rex that resembled a Chinese dragon.
And maybe Lockdown. I mean, that was the villain in that movie. Mm-hmm. So. Maybe that one. Do we have a barricade, or not a barricade, a Blackout yet? The helicopter from the first movie?
No Masterpiece.
Yeah.
Studio series.
So maybe I think a Blackout with a Scorponok accessory figure. Maybe that would be I mean, I don't know. Maybe not for this one, but that should be on their list or on their short list for something, because that character that at least has the kind of the beginning of the first movie. It's kind of makes the initial impression of the Transformers in the first live action movie.
Well, I mean, I guess we will see, and who knows, this whole section might be taken out and replaced. But yeah, it's exciting news. Charles, what do you have?
All right, well, Jeremy teased it already, but yeah, I've got statues. So first up, looks like we've got Prime One Studio, and they announced on their Facebook page that they are doing a Revenge of the Fallen version of Optimus Prime. So the full reveal is actually coming today. As this podcast goes up, Wednesday, June 3rd, the full reveal will be up on 7:00 p.m. Japanese summertime. So that might be Thursday in North America. 'Cause I think they're a day behind or ahead. I don't know. Time zones are hard.
Yeah, we'll have more information next week.
But you should. I mean, for anyone listening now, the reveal should be closer than when it is when we're recording this. But but you'll see the full figure of Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime. Yeah, that's it. No more details. Next, we've got another reveal from 3A. And this is also on their Facebook page. So they are revealing their die-cast metal Bumblebee version Optimus Prime. And this is a figure I'm much more excited about than the Revenge of the Fallen figure. Because it does remind me more of the G1 Optimus Prime. And it looks like it's very significantly articulated. Over 140 points of articulation. 19 inches tall. So we don't have a lot of pictures yet, but this thing will probably look pretty good. And I can judge this because we've also got the 3A Bumblebee movie premium figure that is already out, and we've got a gallery with all the pictures of it. So if the Optimus Prime figure comes out as well as the Bumblebee figure did, I think this will be pretty great. And Bumblebee he's got some light up features. He's got the bee, the warrior face mask. He's got all those points of articulation. He can do lots of poses. We've got this gallery where it just he comes with a Charlie figure. It's a neat statue. I mean, if I was into statues, this might be something I would get. If I was into statues, which I'm not, but
Are you sure?
I think so. But yeah, this figure, the Bumblebee figure, is pretty cool. Daryl, so what do you think of all these statues? I mean, for the Bumblebee figure is the one we have a lot of information on, but then the upcoming Optimus Primes, both the Bumblebee movie one and the Revenge of the Fallen one. What are your thoughts on all these statues?
They're still statues, so they're really not my thing. The Bumblebee one looks good. It's still a little bit like it was a decent design. It's not really my thing. Mm-hmm. I like the amount of weathering detail they've done to it. Like there's dirt on the tires, there's rust on the metal, and it really looks weathered and old and kind of crummy, right? And I really like the attention to detail on that thing. The Optimus, I expect all the similar, types of detail. And like you said, this is a lot more close to the Optimus Prime that we know, and this is probably one that I'd be a lot more interested in. It's a statue, so it's going to look great. It's just probably not going to be something that I'm going to be, after, but I'm going to love to take a look at it just to see the detail and the craftsmanship that they've gone to for it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Revenge of the Fallen Prime. Pass. Hard pass.
Yeah. I've got a few figures of it, and that's about as far as I want to go with it.
Mm-hmm. All right, Jeremy, what do you think?
Get the Revenge of the Fallen one out of the way. It's not really interested at all. It's just I'm done with that look of Optimus Prime, flames and all that stuff. I'm done with it. The Threezero ones, though. I mean, if I were a statue guy, which someone give me a ton of money and I could possibly become one, but I know that Threezero makes quality stuff. We've seen, I don't know if it was this Bumblebee or their previous Bumblebee from Daryl. I think you were there when we were looking at it at TFCon.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember which one it was, but the thing just looked amazing. They do quality work.
They do.
Yeah. The amount of detail they put into this thing and then making it have all this articulation, it's fantastic. If I was a statue guy, I would probably be exclusive Threezero, just because they are a known creator of quality stuff. But unfortunately, I am not made of money, and statues are expensive. But yeah, I love the look. I mean, the Bumblebee one, it's got the movie look, and it's probably, if I were to get a movie figure, that would be the only Bumblebee I would get. But I do like the rust and the weathering and stuff that they did. The Optimus one, I think, looks fantastic.
Cool. Well, that's all the topics we've got, so let's move on to trips to the store. This is where we show off all the awesome Transformers stuff we got this week. We do this as a video so you can see everything we got in beautiful high definition on YouTube. Then you can listen in the podcast as we describe everything in loving detail right here. So without further ado, trips to the store.
The Transmissions podcast will return after these messages.
All right. Well, let's start off with what we got. And Jeremy, I'm going to give it to you. What do you got to show off?
Well, I would have more if my masks from TeePublic weren't going to be delivered tomorrow. So they finally shipped. There was a lot of delays just because of the entire shipping industry is a mess. But I was excited when I saw the shipping notice, and then it's going to be delivered tomorrow. So next week I will have masks to show off. So the only thing I have that I dug out, since we are doing Dreamwave stuff, I haven't shown this off yet. This is volume 3 in my video. I think it's frozen again, but
it did.
It's volume 3 of their G1 series, issue number 3.
Jumping ahead there, eh?
Well, it was. I didn't have anything else to show off. This was from, what's the date on here? March 2004. So this is it's weird comparing it to the first series that we just finished. The art is a little bit more stylized, not as slavish to the cartoon. Don Figueroa did the art here, and I haven't read through it yet, but this one, it features Skyfire, and he's got, on the cover he has his classic, with the face and everything, and then inside, the first time you see him, it's the more Robotech mode, so with the mask. So I think it's cool. And apparently April is Megatron month. So just, next April, it's Megatron month. So anyway, that's all I got to show off.
Cool. Yeah, I think volume 3 was when they really hit their stride. I was really enjoying the series at that point, and then things went off the rails. Yeah.
Well, not paying people finally comes back to bite you.
Yep, pretty much. All right, Daryl, what do you got?
All right. Well, this week I'm just going to show off a smaller set of Micromasters that I have and haven't showed off before. This is the Monster Patrol, or Monster Truck Patrol. This little guy is Heavy Tread. And then this little guy here is, what's his name? Hydraulic.
Cool.
This little guy here is Slowpoke.
They were really running out of names.
He's a tow truck. And the last one here. This is Big Hauler.
Oh, Big Hauler.
Yeah. He had big feet. But yeah, so the fun little MicroMasters. These are the, they're the later sets of MicroMasters. So, they're fun and colorful and not really a whole heck of a lot going on here. But you can definitely tell, like, they really didn't have a whole lot to do articulation wise. Legs flip out, arms bend upwards, and that's about it. So, yeah, they all transform exactly the same. And that's the same way that the new ones work. So there's no real big difference in really getting the new ones as opposed to getting the old ones. So that's why I still keep chasing the old ones.
Cool.
But yeah, that's it. That's all I got for the show this week. What do you got? Huh?
Oh, I was going to ask, are any of these the combiner ones, like that turn into bigger vehicles, or not?
Nope. All four of these are individual guys. So they're all their own little dude.
Okay.
Yeah. But what do you have, Mr. I'm taking the last spot of the trips to the store segment?
Well, it's something I think both of you already have. You guys got it a few months before me. I've been holding on to this for a while because I was thinking, with the whole lockdown situation, I might have time to actually open it up and put it together. That did not happen. So, but I'm still going to show it off, and maybe I'll show it off, opened up later on. But Barnes and Noble, I had a coupon for Barnes and Noble, and I had their little membership where you get 10% off. So I got this item. I think its sticker price is like $45. I got it for I think $25. So I was pretty excited to get such a discount. But this is the model kit of Autobot Megatron, the IDW version.
All right.
So
I still haven't put mine.
Flame Toys model kit. Yeah, I mean, so I really want to dig into this guy. Somehow with the quarantine and 3 kids at home, I still don't have time to open this guy up and put it together. So
I don't understand the people that say that they have all this time and they're able to binge all this stuff. And I'm like, I'm working. I got a kid.
I got lots of time.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm really, I was really excited to get this guy. I had to go to a Barnes and Noble that was a little bit outside of my my local one didn't have it, but I looked around and there was one on the other side of Pittsburgh that had it, so I took it. It was closer to my work, so I took a trip there at lunch and picked it up. So
did you've done one of these already or not?
I have not. So this is the first one I'll be putting together. Yeah,
I will recommend you get some little clippers to help.
Okay. Yeah.
You want those edges to be clean.
Yeah.
So even after you clip them, you want to take a little X-Acto knife and just kind of shave off the nub.
Okay.
Yeah, be careful.
I will keep that in mind.
That's the most tricky part about these I've found is they can get a little sharp.
Yeah, don't cut yourself. We need you.
I will stay safe. I will be safe and responsible.
Well, it's a fun set. I had my daughter help me with mine. I would cut off the bits. It was her job with the instructions to kind of take the bits as I cut them off. And, she'd yell out, "We're looking for E6." And I'm like, okay. And then she'd say, "Well, that's only one arm." I'm like, "So we got to do 2 of those." "Well, what number was that?" "I don't know." E6 again. So
He's like
we're
my
going back
battleship.
through the whole thing again. So we're going. So you can use one of your kids as kind of instruction reader and put her together. Or so they're fun.
Yep. All right. Yeah. So that's my item. Maybe it'll be put together at some point in the future. All right. And that is it for Trips to the Store.
We now return to the Transmissions podcast.
All right, we're back from our trips to the store, and that will do it for this episode of Transmissions. Thanks everyone for listening, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening to this episode of Transmissions. But just because this episode is over doesn't mean the Transformers fun has to stop. Join us and other Transformers fans on our Discord chat server by visiting transmissionspodcast.com/discord. If you would like to learn more about how you could support the Transmissions podcast, just visit transmissionspodcast.com/support. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you again next week.
Did we do it?
I am the master of silence.
Forgot to start my backup.
I started my backup like a couple minutes in.
Well, we should be good. I haven't had any recording problems, so I've got something I've been saving for a while.
Ooh.
So
Do you need to go last?
I could. I mean, it's only one thing. It's not that amazing.
I don't know what is up with my video. It's like something else is trying to take over my camera.
Oh, I've been trying to take over your camera.
Well, yeah, I know.
Don't fight it. Just let it happen. Anyone watch Space Force yet?
No.
It's stupid.
Yeah, I've heard bad things about it.